Happy Friday to you. Happy Friday to you. Happy Friday to you. Listen, you ain't hear this shit from me, black people, but listen. This Dawn and Biden shit, it ain't got a motherfucking thing to do with us. We just the muse they fucking use. And you know muse can't motherfucking talk, okay? They ain't got a motherfucking thing to do with you. But y'all didn't hear that from me now. Y'all ain't heard that from me. Y'all better stay out of them motherfucking white people business. This ain't got a goddamn thing to do with y'all. Stay out of it. You ain't got no opinion. What you think? No English. No English. I take a green card to Mexico then to get involved in this shit right here. Like I said, I want my green card, my visa, all of that motherfucking shit to go over yonder. Then to deal with that bullshit that ain't got a motherfucking thing to do with me. Hell to the no. What the fuck is wrong with you? Why y'all want to even be up on Fox News with your black ass talking about that motherfucking shit? This ain't got a motherfucking thing to do with you. You just go watch on and go to work. We ain't got no opinion on this shit. What you think? You know, I no, from Nigeria. I don't know. Oh, you mean the president? Oh, yes. The president, yes. Immigration? Hell to the no. It ain't got shit to do with me. Not a damn thing. I just came down from yonder visiting. You know I live down yonder. I live down yonder. Yeah, I'm just down yonder visiting. Yeah. No. Us never worked for none of the president, but our cousins. We got some cousins who worked up in the White House. We don't know about all of that other stuff. No stuff. No. You ain't hear from me, okay? Keep your motherfucking. This shit don't involve you. Do not put that key. No, go ahead on and listen. You put that key in a little old motherfucking one of these little motherfuckers right here. You drop that key over in that bitch between that conversation between Trump and Biden and all in between and what you think you know, and drop it in here. Get some of that old insular foam. Foam that shit up. Stick the top in there. And after you make sure you put the key way down to the motherfucking bottom. God damn it, get. Go over yon. Make sure it's somewhere close to the let me see which ocean can carry that shit out to the depths of the sea. Get on the little old boat, catch you a little boat ride somewhere, and take that key and keep right on moving. Cause it ain't got nothing to do with the black people, and we gonna stay out of that. We ain't in them families right there. This shit ain't got nothing to do with us. Who the hell going to Taiwan? It wasn't me. I ain't having none of the motherfucking fun spending all of this money and motherfucking shit. It can go and travel when I want, and I got a whole lot of people. My security, that best security. That ain't me. That ain't the life I'm living, and I don't think I want all of that around me. Gotta be real hard. Scared. I gotta keep moving. Is they gonna get me? They gonna get me like they did. Hell no, that ain't how I want to live. Well, other mothers gotta rely on other motherfuckers to protect me. Hell no, I never know them motherfuckers turn on me. they might not really like me, and they might all get together and decide it's time to form a union. It's time. Every motherfucking worker that day stay at home. You got your own back today. This terrible world we living in. Everybody's scared to go outside these days. People used to still have fun and shit. It's hard to find somebody somewhere that want to go have some fun. The motherfucking places were so targeted at it, so bad, just making it so difficult for people to live freely. We say we free, but I be damn if I can feel it. You got motherfuckers committing public executions and shit, and they put it on their television screen and the computer screen, and I wonder how many views did the murder of George Floyd get. You know, I couldn't look at the whole thing out, and I really don't. I don't even want to look at it. I don't even want that to be a form of entertainment. A public execution of anyone. They can make a movie about it, and then like a live source of whatever it was that was recording. You know, I don't want to be. I don't want to partake to that right there. But that's not me. You know, I don't want to get into it either. You know, I like a good mystery show and shit like that. I like Angela Land that trying to figure some shit out, and I got sucked into that kind of shit when my son came up dead. You know, when my son was found dead in my front motherfucking yard, and I still don't know who the fuck did that thing, and I don't pursue it with a vengeance like I really, really, really want to, cause I be like scared that whoever did it might try to get me if I do too much, you know. Then I blame like a lot of other people. I'm like, you know, they might know something and they covered it up, is how I feel. And so because of that, I feel unsafe a lot of the times because I don't know who killed my son. And I'm quite sure that it's just probably a whole stable of my kind. We live in state. We like old mules. Okay, we don't want to go nowhere. And if we go, we don't want it to be far from home because of the lack of safety that we feel in this country. Around the world, around the globe, humankind, mankind, my kind, my kind. When I see you, I see your color. I can't help but I got eyes to see. He that has eyes to see does see what you look like. Now, if they didn't say it was about your color, don't you make it about your color because of correcting or how they personally feel. Don't ask somebody how they really feel if you ain't prepared to deal with it. You know, that's just how I feel. Don't ask me if you don't really want to know. I don't know, and I try to keep it to myself sometimes. My is my opinion. I think that a person should have the freedom to do what they want with their own body, as long as they're not hurting anyone else. I don't have a right to tell you how to live your life, and you don't have a right to tell me how to live mine. If I'm not hurting anybody, then fine. What I want to do with myself, my principles, my character, me who I am. I don't ever want to hold a partner in life, a significant other, hostage based on what I want. I want them to live their life free. My Clyde. I want my Clyde and I to be going in the same direction when we meet. If we met, just even if we began a relationship, even if we become just friends, just whatever it is, and suddenly we both traveling in the same direction and we are desiring the same things in life. And we enjoy each other's company so much till we want to keep going in the same direction with each other. I have not found that yet in a man. And I am still attracted to a man. No matter how many manly looking women that I see that are really nice looking and really sweet and kind and generous, but they still like my kind. And I've entertained the idea. But as I've thought about it and I've looked at it and I've examined me and what I want, I really would like to be able to find me a Clyde. And I'm his bunny. It doesn't necessarily mean that we are going to be shooting people and blowing up things and disobeying the law. It simply means that we're going to tackle big projects. I'm going to have someone who got my back and I got his back. And we're going to tackle big projects together and make things happen in my life that I want to happen. God didn't get off the throne to save his only begotten son. What about me? I have to get up and keep going every day. And there's no one's power. If I'm not, let's say, if I'm in an accident and I cannot think of the lady's name that went plowing through that house in California. Power. I pray for her to have what she would want at this moment in her life. I pray for her to have her desire of her life in her mind and in her heart and in her spirit right now. I pray for her to have what she wants right now where her life is and where her life stands. That it's in tune with what her spirit really wants. I pray that for her. And I pray it in her direction. And I pray healing throughout this great thing that we call the earth. I pray healing. I pray healing into my own spirit because I have a very hard time. And you can't let your guard down when you go out the door because we have to travel a long way from home. And a lot of people are like-minded as myself. And we really don't want to go anywhere. But the need to survive drives us a long way from home. Just to earn the one thing that if it were taken out of denomination and we were able to work closer to home, just to obtain the resources that we need for the basic survival of your community and your neighborhood. Not having to drive a very long way from home. It would cut back and help produce a lot of things that work both ways. If a person can't wait to leave home, then something is wrong. And there go my phobia right there. I was just sitting here and I couldn't see anything, but it felt like there was a pinch. And I still didn't see anything, but it started burning. And then it's got a little crack in the skin. And I went ahead and I cleaned it with some alcohol. I'm going to put peroxide on it too. And I don't know what it is. I ain't see shit. I don't see good. I ain't got no glasses on. And it's just so many spiders. Is they going to cocoon me? When I was dead and gone? Is they just going to consume me? You know, like I in my mind, I'm in the tomb already. I'm so afraid of death. I'm there constantly worrying about when it's going to happen, how it's going to be. I want to have some fun while I'm still here. I want to be lifted in my spirit. I want to be my butterfly self, you know? This morning I was like in my non-binary. I'm non-binary this morning, okay? Because I'm not identifying as a male or a female. I'm just a mermaid. And I'm in the water and I'm swimming. And I'm just swimming. And I'm just dodging all of this shit that's just coming at me. Just People are throwing all of their worries and all of their problems into this water, and I'm dodging it, and I'm just swimming back and forward. And I come up, and am I gonna still have the same motherfucking problems? Everybody done throwed all their problems away, and I'm still hanging on the mine. You know, I punish myself so much more than I can other people. I don't know if they were throwing their problems away or throwing rocks at me because I'm a mermaid swimming in the water. Learn how to accept stuff that ain't you. That ain't you. Damn, I'm trying very hard here to learn how to accept people just as this is who they are. It ain't got nothing. It has. Politics and religion, which was separated. It's like the identical twin. Because politics and religion really bring the same thing. It's like two heads that split. It could have been a divorce. It could have been brothers becoming heirs, but they still share the same power in the same stronghold in a region. They were like that, and then they split, but they continued. They was under one umbrella at first. Then when they became an age, one got this and the other one went that away. He held on to politics and he held on to the religious aspect of whatever it was that was left of them. Ooh, that is so hot. And if you ever want to go get your key and go pick all your thoughts back up, these will preserve your key. I wouldn't. You had to have probably a torch. I don't know what they made from and how easy it would be. You can break the plastic. You can get the key up out of there because although the plastic is very durable, it's easier to break the plastic than it is to break this right here. And you seen a bullet, how much damage a bullet can bring, and that shell of that bullet is still intact. Even a shotgun shell, they are intact. And that bullet can do so much damage so fast. And we seem to think in our spirit that a gun is the answer. I'm the same way. I think a gun is the answer for an intruder into my house. But what if the intruder is trying to come in and save my life? And I'm afraid to give them a chance to yell it out because I wake and I see and suddenly I begin to shoot. It's the way a lot of people think when someone is barging into their house at night. They just wake and start trying to defend themselves because of so many different things that we see on a daily basis. It's like the murder of someone gets so much attention. It's and now we've found a way to glorify death with devices that can connect worldwide, and maybe God is going to make an appearance. What would he say to us? How would he say it? What do I think? If there is such a being that is the God that we speak of, he would have to live outside of the universe of the being that we live in. That really makes us small now. And outside of this, what we can see with the naked eye, and it got to imagine that it got to go back beyond the earth. It has to go back beyond what we can see with our naked eye and naked microscopes and searching for. But because God is such a huge presence around us, he have to use a microscope and he can look down and he can see. Now, God might be the invented internet too. Just a list. could be where the idea came from God. Now, God he want us to know that he is watching us. No email. How I know it came from God. Who said it came from God? Where God at? A lot of people believe that way. A lot of people believe that God is looking at them through that microscope and he's keeping track of everything that they do. That they are so important that they got to be watched all the fucking time. And to some, it's like creepy. Somebody watching. All because of these looking and listening devices. And we constantly hear it, see it, and know that it's capable of happening. And people had that technology and that ability. There are those that live in fear of even owning a device, afraid that someone is going to come to their house and just kill them just because they are there. Perhaps they witnessed a horrible act, or they've lived through the trauma. You got to, like, children, they see, they are there, and they know that you took the life of their mom, their dad, whoever it was, their cousin. They watched that shit happen. And we still think guns are the answer. Guns only promote more violence. Just to see one promotes violence. Why do you need a gun? Why? Why can't we all openly, like what his name said, openly carry one? And now we've been so well trained with the kill. Like the knee to the back of the neck. You go head on and you kill them. And I ask myself, where is all of this leading us to? And everybody, you can get you a gun. You can carry you a gun freely. I be wanting to dig me a hole under the ground. I'm so afraid that we're just going to turn on each other and just start killing each other because we watch it so much on TV. I'm trying to wean myself from the mystery shows, the Magnum PIs, and the things of that nature. I'm trying to wean myself and my mind and to wean myself from having to watch the news. Trying to wean myself to pull away to life. I'm trying to pull away towards life and to deter death. I'm trying to deter it. I'm trying to press my way forward into a better life. My brain. I went to the doctor and my cholesterol is even higher. I'm like, what the hell? What the hell? My cholesterol has gone up. What the hell? And I've been doing coconut oil because I like the taste of the flavor of it. You know, when it cooked and the smell, and it doesn't burn that easy. You know what I ain't think about it? It don't burn that easy, do it. At high heats, it lasts a longer time. And so my cholesterol, even the bad one, way up. And it was going down. And I did that with that oil, coconut oil. And everything else was A-okay, just the cholesterol thing. And I've been working hard to try and get my cholesterol in check, you know. They tried very hard to keep my heart healthy, you know, and strong. And have a great quality of life. Even if my home is a shack, I don't want to stress the big mansions and that anymore in my mind, that bigger is better. Bigger may be more accommodating. It might be more accommodating. I get that. But it's not always better, especially if you don't even want to be there. You just have it. You don't even want to be there. It don't even make you happy. All of the things that I have surrounding me, all of the things that I go out and I just frivolously spend. Oh, it's a complicated word for illiterate like myself. And just spend all of my money and waste and waste and waste and waste on things that I don't need. But I got to have it. I got to have it. And then suddenly I'm broke and I don't have my bill money and I got to go a little further. Then I look good though. I look good. I'm dressed all up. But I'm not good. I'm not good. Because if I have to go through all of that just to fit in, then something wrong. And if I got to leave up out of there just like I just got up out the bed, and here I am, I'm traveling, then something wrong too. There's something wrong with me. I get up, I go. I don't even, maybe that person is homeless. There's a lot of people out there that are homeless. And again, something might be wrong. We don't know. We don't take time. We don't want to be bothered. We don't want to be bothered. We don't want to be bothered. And at the rate of the happenings that we are seeing and the alarming rate, we still don't have no more compassion for each other. Still just haven't slowed down a bit, just determined we got to go. We got to go. We on a high. We on a high. We on a high. And then we don't, the earth already going goddamn fast around the sun, a whole year around the sun. Think about God, he's standing up here and he looking down. And he like, what the hell is going on? Why the hell is the earth moving so fast? What's that? What is that? What is that? Why? Why is it going so fast? What's causing that to happen? Energizers, fast speed. Maybe that's what we are. Maybe that's the part of the whatever it is that we are inside of the earth. When I look at the earth, I see me. It's my mind making everything during a formation of something. What is it that pulls the baby together, you know? And I look at the earth and I say, is she growing to be, is she in during the formation, the growth process? Is it, or is she just reaching maturity? Is she middle-aged? Is she a newborn? Is she a baby? Is she about to be birthed out? Is we heading into a greater life? Are we all about to die and be wiped off the fucking face of this planet? Because we weren't meant to be here no way. No, I refuse to think that way. I refuse to accept that as the fate of mankind. Look at us. We are unique. Ain't nothing else like us. Not on the earth that we can see. Animals are smart, bright, and intelligent, but we can't communicate with them motherfuckers like we can with each other. If only we can get on that one accord for one day. One accord one day where we all want something better and can plant a tree, plant something one day of vegetation, just planting something. It doesn't matter if we plant it before we go to work. It doesn't matter if we plant it after we come home from work. Just that one day. My okras are beautiful and they produce so much. And I love okras, and the people that I know, some of the people that are close to me, they love okra too. And I get them the fresh okra, and like the worms, they destroyed my tomatoes. Well, by the time I found it, one plant, two hornworms, they destroyed it. And only way I began to see, I seen them was when I was pruning off the bad leaves, and there they was. The hell, and they big too, and they the one that kill the plants, the hornworms, the moth. I look at a lot of vegetation shows on YouTube. YouTube is an awesome tool for us to use to help learn how to grow and to grow for yourself. Basic survival skills have been lost, and it's not too late. We can turn back the hands of time. We can slow the aging process down. We can do that. But we have to pull together, and we have to get our minds in tune with the earth. We're not in tune with the earth, you see. You see, God got all of that over there. He don't need you for none of that right there. Now, I don't know who personally got a personal relationship with God and how they know God and how they communicate with God. My thing with that would be somewhere in the brain of the earth, where you can go in there and you can listen and you can talk back and forth with God through that mean necessary, through the earth and the God speaking it into you. And then I asked myself, I said, well, during the formation of my baby, do my baby hear me? Can I hear my baby if my baby were to speak to me? And my baby Mike can hear me and hear the sounds that I make. And perhaps that is how our babies articulate speech, by having a sound around them. And maybe it's hard for some people who might be born from someone who is deaf, because there's no talking and no vibration or whatever. We don't know why some children are slower than others. It could be because the mother did not speak. Maybe the reason the English children picked up better is because on the English language, pick up better on the English language than the Africans did, is because the mother spoke it in the womb. And it was what was taught to them. What was taught to us was writings on the wall, pictures and drawings and things of that nature. And like the Egypt's tombs that were overtaken and they were overpowered, they kept records. Records showed what they looked like, or that my family, and maybe they took it and they had like whatever it was to prove that this was of them, and they were still taken. A lot of people just want it for what's inside, and what's inside is more important to those that were their ancestors than to those just want it for a fair price. I have an original from King Tun's tomb, all the things that they buried with him, all of his little artifacts, and they were his. And the people they go back and they walk through and they remember their great grandfather, their great 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 grandfather, but he that was there. And I've not seen anyone come back from the death yet. So if you're having a conversation with God, then it is in your head. It's in your head because God is clearly too big to hear us. He's so big. He's like in a different universe. It's like a baby inside of a womb. Neither you need an ultrasound. And so I look at all the water that surrounds us, and that means that we are inside of what? Of fluid. Are we inside of a birth sac? Is the earth gonna birth out again? I mean, what is it? When I look at it, and God had to be up here and he's our father, is this before? Are we like pre-birthing or post-birth? Are we still in the process of coming forth, or have we came forth and we are in the dying process and killing each other off, and it's the earth going to be destroyed by mankind because of our lack of love for each other, our love for money and power, and driving people from their own land for money, causing famine in the Bible. Those are the followers of God who follow after those ways. And are we not going through? They pretty quick and swift right now because we going through famine and sickness at the same time. That means desperation on someone else's part. Maybe because more people are beginning to do this, and it doesn't matter. We see other humans who accept me. We're beginning to accept each other more and more and more, regardless of what is being said. And we're using old tactics like killing people in their own homes to keep shit stirred up amongst us so that we won't ever be able to unite. Fractions. And you ain't hear that shit from me. Ain't nobody trying to stir up no shit amongst the people. Ain't nobody trying to stir up no shit amongst the people. That shit ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm trying to figure out how I can dig me a hole. I'm trying to figure out how can I have me a fallout shelter. That's how afraid I am. That's how I'm afraid. Motherfucker gonna turn to zombies and shit. They getting a motherfucking all these vaccines back to back to back to back to back to back. All this different shit. All this different sickness. Ain't no telling how much faster. And then drugs and all of this thing to keep us going, and killing us quicker. Why we can't live 119, 120? Because of all of the things in the element and all of the things that are happening have speeded up the process of death. It ain't too late. It's never too late to try and see what happens. Try and see what happens. And have a great Friday. I gotta get ready to go to work.